So I'd like to introduce Heather Lawson from Deafblind Victoria and her interpreters. So welcome Natalie and Amber and Heather. Heather has worked hard to increase community awareness of barriers and solutions for people who are both deaf and blind. I would also like to acknowledge throughout Heather's discussion that there may be a delay in regards to interpreting, so please be patient. So Heather, if you would like to share with us.
Can everyone see me okay? Great. Thanks, Amanda, and thanks for having me here. I'm so pleased to share some insights. I'm here representing Deafblind Victoria, which is a self-advocacy group. It's run by deafblind people based in Ross House, which is an accessible location in the City of Melbourne, and our members come here from all over Victoria, and yeah, it's a wonderful spot not far from here. We have about 50 members who are deafblind, and the group is slowly growing, which I'll come back to in a moment. Discrimination for us is a daily occurrence. It happens in a range of domains: education, employment, accessing services, transport, health and housing, among others. So to give you some examples, if a deafblind student is at school or TAFE, they typically miss a lot because information is not provided in an accessible way, whether that be information on the board without interpreters or braille handouts. Deafblind people are often really behind in terms of accessing education. In terms of employment, very few of us have paid work. In regard to services, it's really common for us to have appointments cancelled or postponed because of a lack of Auslan interpreters who can do tactile signing. For me personally, I had important surgery delayed enormously. I was in a lot of pain and it was eventually fixed, but the delays were due to a lack of interpreters. Through lockdowns, deafblind people experienced even more barriers than normal because our support workers and service providers were uncomfortable being in close physical proximity. Now, we need physical touch to communicate, and as a result, some of our members couldn't get interpreters to see counsellors, and our mental health really suffered. During this time, there's been a big change from in-person meetings to Zoom meetings. I mean, Zoom is not my favourite personally because for me, I communicate through touch and I can't get my hand through a screen to touch the other person. Another thing that can happen with transport is a train gets rerouted to a different platform. There might be an announcement or even information on a screen, but these are just not accessible to deafblind people. We often use taxis, but this is also becoming increasingly difficult. There's long waits to be picked up, also missing appointments as a result, and a lack of comm guides and interpreters who can come with us in the taxi means we're missing out on a lot. I mean, changes to the taxi industry over the last few years have included the introduction of Uber into the market, and that's had an even greater impact. Now, in terms of the DDA, the Disability Discrimination Act, it says that many of the things I've just described are not allowed. Sorry, just bear with me. I'm checking my notes here. Okay, yep, sorry. So the DDA refers to many of these difficult situations. But the issue for deafblind people is how we would access or use the DDA. It's really for individuals who have high proficiency in English, who are able to make use of it. They understand their rights, they understand how legislation works, what might be there for them. Deafblind people are really unaware of all this stuff. Typically, we don't know that the DDA exists. We have low literacy in English, and the language used in the DDA is very formal. And so for all of these reasons, we've really missed out on the benefits from it. So it's been around for 30 years. I haven't heard of deafblind people using it or being involved in it, perhaps only very little. So it's for all of these reasons that 3 deafblind people, myself, Trudy Ryle and Michelle Stevens, started Deafblind Victoria, a self-advocacy group, in 2007. And it started small and has grown slowly since then. We've had to build a lot of knowledge, build a lot of confidence, and it takes time. DBV is still run by deafblind people. We have 5 deafblind project staff who work part-time, so just those 5 of us have a job. And there are 2 hearing-sighted project officers. Now these projects are funded by government grants, but we have no ongoing core funding. Which means that it's a lot of work just keeping the group alive between projects. Deafblind Victoria provides deafblind awareness workshops. They're called Deafblind World. So we're raising awareness with service providers, the NDIA, education sector, public transport, a range of organisations can participate in Deafblind World. We've done many with staff from the City of Melbourne here. That's been a wonderful partnership we've had for a few years now, since 2015, and in particular Travellers Aid, which is a wonderful service, and I really want to give a shout out to them. So the Deafblind World workshop is a great way for these services to find out about deafblind access needs. We've also been working with Auslan students who volunteer at Deafblind Victoria. We hope that we're providing a pathway for them to become employed in future as interpreters or communication guides working with the deafblind community to fill that gap. Deafblind Victoria also runs events for members, which is providing social connection and peer support to break the isolation and loneliness that many deafblind people face, to really welcome them into our group. So some important information is shared, for example, COVID safety. All of these kind of public announcements are often missed by deafblind people who aren't overhearing conversations, reading the news, and so it's really critical to meet and to build a deafblind culture and a deafblind community, so we're learning from each other. DDA envisages the end of discrimination, and we do too. So how would we achieve it? a lot of hard work, determination, ongoing advocacy. But as deafblind people, we're often left behind. Graham Innes earlier was talking about establishing a regulator who could support groups like ours, and that sounds wonderful. As a small group on our own, there's not a lot we can achieve. So these partnerships will be vital. So yes, it's important to have strong laws. But the law itself, in my opinion, is not enough. We've had it there for 30 years, and deafblind people haven't used it. Perhaps it's been a lack of interpreters that have prevented deafblind people in getting more involved. So for the law to be effective, I'd say we need three things. We need the deafblind community to know about the DDA, to be able to access it. We also need to build our confidence and our ability to stand up and advocate for ourselves. So that means a strong deafblind community. And thirdly, we need more and more awareness in the wider community about what deafblind access needs look like. Most people are really unaware or don't see it as possible. So we need to see that happen too. And for deafblind people to be more involved in the community, to be involved in policy and government and business. So if we have these things in place, these three things, the DDA can work effectively. We'll have access and equality. Thank you. Sorry, I'm emotional.
Thank you so much, Heather.